Licensed professional staff and direct care staff, human resources. Job descriptions, you'll be provided your job description and your orientation. Professional qualifications. It is the policy of TSI to ensure that staff are qualified in the field of mental health or working toward qualifications. To provide BHIS or service of the staff will have a bachelor's degree in social service field with 1 year experience, or a bachelor's degree in social science field with 20 hours child health mental health training, or a bachelor's degree in a non-social science field with 2 years experience, or a bachelor's degree in a non-social science field and 30 hours child mental health training. Have an exception from DHS related to experience or education and have documented in the employee personnel file. Documentation or qualifications will be placed in the employee's personnel file. To provide CMH services, supervised visits, and transportation, staff with a bachelor's degree or 2 years experience or 30 hours mental health training. Any staff providing BHIS services after July 2011 must have a bachelor's degree in human services and the above information. TSI will conduct the TSI at TSI's expense, the criminal and child dependent adult abuse, sex offenders registry checks, and the state of Iowa TSI potential employees who have direct contact with children or families, the annual check throughout the time of employment. TSI shall maintain copies of the record checks in their personnel file. TSI will establish and maintain record checks evaluation process. Persons listed on the sex offenders registry shall not work with children or families. Persons who have been convicted of a felony offense as specified in Iowa Code 237.82 have precludes. The licensure of a foster parent shall not be employed or by contractor or any subcontractor to work with children and families. This is a felony offense. Drug-related offenses within a 5-year period preceding their employment, or child endangerment, neglect, abandonment of a dependent person, or domestic abuse, or crimes against a child, including but not including sexual exploitation or forcible felony. Iowa statute allows for a person who with a founded child abuse report or criminal convictions to be considered for employment in the child serving center when the nature of the offense does not preclude them from working in those capacities as defined above. Hiring decisions for persons who have been founded abuse, child records, or criminal convictions do not automatically prohibit from employment. This will be evaluated by the president and vice president regarding the type of child abuse or criminal offense potential staff have committed, and the staff will be monitored and supervised weekly supervision, and the supervision will be documented. In most cases, TSI will not hire persons with abuse and will not hire individuals with violent criminal history. See clinical supervision forms, Appendix A and B. Staff orientation. A period of orientation shall be required for each new regular staff employee beginning from the first day of employment and continuing for 90 calendar days, and shall be documented in the personnel file. The orientation period shall provide the opportunity to assess the employee's job performance relative to the job requirements, evaluate the employee's overall compatibility with the agency's mission, orientate the employee to the new job, and ensure that the employee attends the orientation no later than 30 calendar days after the day of employment. During the orientation period, the employee may not use earned vacation leave and is not eligible for the grievance process. TSI promotes competence and personnel by providing regular supervision, orientation, and training and topics relevant to service delivery. All new personnel must receive orientation within the first 30 days of employment, which is documented in the orientation checklist. That is maintained in the personnel record. It includes training of all manuals, policy and procedures, personal handbook, and service delivery.